Hi everyone, how's everyone doing? I hope you're doing fantastic. I was gonna do hi to all my new subbies. It's a new thing I'm doing. I did get new subbies in the last couple days. I want to welcome you, but I lost my little list of names, so you have to forgive me. I promise you the next video I will be getting that list, and if I can't find it, I'll put it together and I will say hi and welcome you personally to our channel here. And I hope everyone's doing good. And so some news, I unfortunately got, it was just crazy. I was in the middle of doing a little project and for the channel, and I started getting dizzy and hot, and then the night went on, I went and laid down, and I was just useless the next day, and before I knew it, thank God my husband had the day off, I was worthless. I couldn't even nurse the baby. Like, for me not to be able to get up and nurse my baby, which actually I think I did, but I don't even hardly remember it. I was so sick. Anyways, I had to get rushed to the urgent care, and come to find out, I have several infections, like a double ear infection, sinus infection. We did do the strep throat because I couldn't even talk and my throat was all gross, but no strep throat. Yeah, just really, really sick, and I feel like I had the flu on top of it. I'm still going through it, but on top of it, my hands started swelling up like balloons, which that was insane. Which, I mean, I know since I have RA, they do that, but they haven't done that in so long, as bad as they were so big. But I got some steroids and on the Z-Pack, and I've been on my antibiotic for 24 hours, so I figured it was safe to come back into my room. I disinfected everything. You know, I'm just one of those, I don't want to spread any germs, you know, so it's just been awful. So I'm sorry if I sound nasally at times. I'm going to try to keep it, you know, my sniffles down and everything. So I just figured, I know I won't be able to film tomorrow, and it's coming in waves. I'm also having nausea and everything. So I figured, since I'm feeling okay right now, I'm going to do a couple of short videos is the plan. If I can get through one, I'll be happy about that. And then by the beginning of the week, I should be able to film our assemblage piece that we're going to start, and we'll start that series. So for now, just for a little short video, something I wanted to do anyways, I wanted to do another room update, and I figured, since going around the room with the camera really isn't going to be much different, this room is not that big, so there's still stuff everywhere, even though, you know, it's just in segments I'm doing it, so when I get it cleaned out, I'm taking stuff out of another place, and you know how that goes, then it's everywhere. So instead of doing that, I'm sorry, already, right? Instead of doing that, like a view around the room, I'm going to show you some storage and what I'm doing for my ephemera. So let me grab my ephemera box real quick and how I'm storing it. Hopefully I can get it into view. And excuse my backdrop here. If I can get this out. Hold on. I have, this backdrop here is just a piece of fabric, as you can tell. I need to get like one of those big pieces of paper like I have underneath that's all messed up. I need to get a new one because otherwise there's a glare because I have a glass mat. So anyways, if you can see this, and you will see the glare, I'm going to move it. But this is just one of these large photo craft keepers from Michael's. I'm sorry, I'm drawing a blank. And these were very expensive, like $40 or something bonkers. But of course, you know your girl ain't paying no $40 for this. I got this for $14. I thought that was a great deal. $13.99. And I've held on to it. Now, I used to store all of my ephemera inside just a big plastic container in little Ziploc baggies, and you know, little Ziploc baggies are bigger sandwich baggies, and I had them labeled just in marker, but you know, I wasn't even going in there because then I had to shuffle through all the baggies and take them out to look at them. It was just really annoying. So this is great. I do like the idea of the way a lot of junk journalers keep their ephemera nowadays, especially from Miss Gail. I don't know if she came up with it. I feel like she did. But they make like these little journals almost. Well, they are little journals, and then inside They have like little pockets for everything. I just think it's so cute, but your girl don't have time for all that. I really don't. You know, you can buy them, I'm pretty sure, on Etsy, but I just don't have time to go through every piece of ephemera and stick them in the slots. I would love to do that if I had time. I think it would be fantastic. But again, you're going to hear me say it again, practical, quick. That's what I'm looking for. This is practical and quick, and it's great for me. It's going to work out perfectly. So I'll show you each one just so, you know, when I do my room tour, I will be showing everything, but the stuff that I've already shown in detail, I won't have to get into this and show you everything, because that is part of what I want to do for this whole craft room series. I've had several people ask me if I can show everything that I have. Well, that's a lot, and that's kind of a stretch. I don't know if I'll ever show everything I have, but I really do want to show you know, what I have and what I work with and things like that. So this is a good way for me to not only show you storage, but show you what I have, and also maybe give you an idea of how to store your little odds and ends if you're having trouble figuring it out. So this holds, let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So it holds 16 little, let me see if I can open it here. I'm going to take this off, but this is what they look like. They're for for photos. Okay, they're little photo boxes. They're super clear. You can see right through them. I just love them. Then they each have a little slot that they go in inside, so you know they're not just falling all over the place. So I'm going to take them out and show you what's inside each one. And of course, this wasn't big enough for everything, so I'll show you the rest. So I do have to label these still. So these were little game pieces, so and money, like little game pieces and leftover cards that I had, because I do store my cards. Oh no, I did store my cards in here. Okay, so these are cards and some game pieces. So this is just a stack of cards that I haven't, you know, needed to use yet. And then we have this little fake money that looks so real, but it's just small. I've never used it for ephemera yet, but I don't know, maybe one day. These will come in very handy for my one of my upcoming journals for the forest. Aren't these so cute? These are game pieces. They're you know, pairs, like you make the mix and match game, memory match I think it's called. And they're just little animals. Aren't they adorable? And then these are some vintage playing cards, which I have a lot more. I have to go find the rest of them and put them in here. I know I have a bag of them on the other side of the room, but these are just some of my favorite ones. These are from the I don't know what year these are from, but these are just vintage playing cards. And then these ones are from the 50s, which is like the 50s and 60s are definitely my favorite years. I love the 50s. I love the 60s. I love the colors. I just think they're so adorable. So these are very vintage playing cards. And then there's just some more that I got. These are also vintage. I got them from, oh no, these are these? No, they're not vintage. They're 2015, so I was wrong about that. They're just clock cards. And then, yep, just some more pieces. So that's all that's in there. I remember when I filled this one up, I was like, it's a little bit of this, a little bit of that, but I'm okay with that. They fit nicely. So let's hop to the next one. It does get more interesting. We'll get a couple out here. So here is, I separated this one into birds, butterflies, wings, and that's it, because I don't have a lot of bird stuff actually. So like I have a couple of these little clippings, right? Like little birds and little butterflies. And then I have the Tim Holtz bird stuff. Like this came out of some of Tim Holtz. I went through literally those little packages of ephemera that you get from like the Curiosity something. There's one called Thrift Shop. They're like little bags that you get from Tim Holtz ephemera. I went through all of that ephemera, you guys. I have all of them. I think I have a couple of some of them. And I took out all the bird stuff. So, I mean, this took a long time. And I did this before, so it was already in a bag on its own. But I did go through all that ephemera and separate it at one point, just so I knew what I was getting into. But, like, see what I mean by taking out the birds? So that if I need something that's bird-esque, I could just go right in here and, you know, it's in here. And I did keep it in a little baggie just so it's a little less shuffling, because there's only 4 or 5 pieces in there, which this guy can go in there too. Maybe even add this little guy. And then I have my my wings, which when I bought these, these are insect wings. I thought it was the butterfly one that I bought with the different colors. I'll have to get that one. But I do like these a lot. Like the little, the see-through. I don't know what that's called at the moment, but like these little wings, they're, I know, very, very glary. Let's see if I can lighten this up. It's very dark in here. Let's see if I can lighten that up. Hopefully I didn't ruin anything. Okay, so yep, there we go with the wings. And then underneath is just, oh, that is so glary. These are stickers. Now, I do have a place for my stickers up on the wall. I have one of those, it's like a wall hanging thing. I don't know how to explain it. It's got pockets, and it's something that you would keep in your classroom. So separated pockets in there, and you could fill them up, you know, like the teacher would fill up papers or whatever. Those are where my stickers are, but I mostly have stickers that you would buy in the sticker section, like, you know, the big sheets and whatnot. These are all stickers that I want to reach for my ephemera. Like if I put these in there, I feel like they would get lost in the bottom of the pockets, you know, because I do have a butterfly section, but those are all on cardboard. So if that makes sense, I'll show you. You'll get to see it eventually, but so these are just like stickers that I bought from like Etsy or Amazon, and you know, these kinds of stickers. So these are all butterflies, and then underneath are all of the Tim Holtz butterflies. Aren't these beautiful? The cardboard ephemera pieces that I love so much. I love them. And I separated these from the flowers because they came together, if I'm not mistaken, with the flower pieces, which you'll see coming up. So lots of beautiful butterflies, lots of wings, and a few different bird things. So that's in this one. I do have to make labels for these, so I need to do that soon so I can know what I'm getting at. And yeah. So let's get that one in there. The next one is part 1 of 2. I think I have 2 pictures maybe, or did I fit them all in here? If I fit them all in here, it's a miracle because I have so many pictures. Okay, and these are just a mix of all Tim Holtz different kinds of pictures. And then there was another brand that wasn't Tim Holtz, and I think that might be the ones on top here, these few. And I can't remember if it was Finnabar or shoot, I can't remember. I don't think these little ones were Tim Holtz is what I'm trying to say. I just can't remember who they were. I could be wrong, but there's only a few of them. They're very cool. Little cute little cards. So yeah, and then I put the Tim Holtz ones in. And then, yeah, so many beautiful ones. I love these are Tim Holtz for sure. And then the bigger ones, maybe those were Tim Holtz. Maybe they're all Tim Holtz. I can't remember. And then these are my actual vintage pictures that I've bought at secondhand stores or up north at the vintage shops. Isn't that great? Look at that. So beautiful. So yeah, they have a whole bunch of just pictures that I handpicked out of a huge stack that I thought were very cool up north. And these are really old. Some of them are from the 30s and 20s. So, very pretty. That's not old. I don't know where that came from. I mean, it's old, but not vintage. Okay. Let's see. It was just stuck in the rest of them. So, yep, and those are my actual old pictures here. And then I do have more Tim Holtz. I have all of these ones stored in here. So, it holds a lot, actually. I have a couple packs of these, and they're both in here. So, all of these fit in there really nicely. And then, of course, we have this one, my favorites of Tim Holtz with the cool backs to them, which I always end up decorating, or gluing them down, but I do love that. And then it's got all these, so just really nice arrangement of pictures. Now let's see if I can fit them all back in here like I had them. That would be nice if I can. You know, I don't even know what I'm doing, but they did fit really nice before. We'll see if I can get them back in. I feel like I could do it a little differently. Maybe I could stick those. Nope, I don't know how I did that, you guys. Wow, that was actually pretty incredible how I fit them in there, because now it seems a little impossible. But so yeah, so just think about how you want to sort your things out. Do you want to take them all out to look at them? Do you want to be able to sift them around a little bit? Will you do better by putting them in like a portfolio style? You know, that might work out. I know for my stamps, that's what I need to do for my stamps that are not, you know, that are not wooden, excuse me. I'm going to put them in the page protectors inside of the, will that fit? No. In the page protectors inside of the, oh my gosh, here I go. You know me, classic Meg. Can't think. Inside the binders. There you go. And I think that'll work out better for me because right now I have them in a really old, like picture book, actually, like the old kind where you peel it back and you stick them behind the pictures behind. I don't know, it was just all I had on hand and it's just not working out. So look, it fits all of those pictures in here. And yeah, that's crazy. I'll have to, it's already like bending, but I mean, it's working. I don't know, it fits fine in the slot, and once I use some of them, it'll go down. It's not ideal for me, but it is ideal for me, if that makes any sense. It's not what I would hope for, but I'm not going to stress over it, basically. So there's those two. And then we'll go through the other ones a little bit faster, because this could take all night. I have together, oh, I'm starting to get hot. Don't jinx it. I do have two cases of Tim Holtz dolls because I just did not have enough room to put them all in one. So you know how Tim Holtz dolls look. I have two of these full because I have, you know, multiple bags of Tim Holtz dolls. So I had to put them in a couple containers. But, you know, it's nice and see-through. You can sift through it. And then this one is just, so far, it's just my milk caps. And I might find something else to go in here because I don't have a ton of milk caps. But those are in there. And then this one is my flowers. All my flower ephemera fit in here. So just really nice. It's from the cutouts to the little cards, you know, anything that has flowers on it. And I did take the liberty of turning everything facing up as much as I could in case I did want to just take a few out and sift around. You know, I wasn't seeing a bunch of white spaces or white pieces like that. So I did take all of my beautiful flowers and put them in here. They're so gorgeous. I love it. That's actually a sticker. I don't know why it's in here, but it's in there. It made it in here. So that's where it's staying. But yep, so these are all my little flower cards, all my flower ephemera has made it into here. And it doesn't matter the color. If it's flower, it goes in. So that's that. And then we have my favorite, of course, my mushrooms. And I put my mushrooms, my mushroom ephemera. Now this is stuff that I've cut out from, and I was going to get to that in a second. These are the rip strips from Musings by Nikki. Gosh, I can't talk. And I cut these out, and I plan on, I haven't been through all my cutout stuff yet, so I need to figure that out. So if I cut out stuff that's, you know, flowers, it's going to go in there. If that doesn't, I'll have to get a new one because that one's probably not going to fit anymore. But I did plan on all the stuff I cut out going into these. Now, if that does not work out, I'm going to probably get another one of these and start a new one, which I think sounds like a better idea, actually. I think I'm going to do a whole separate case, actually, of different cutouts from all of my digis. So I think that's actually, now that I'm talking about it, I think that's what I'm going to do. I know that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to have a whole separate container, and I'll show you that when it comes, of all of my digitals that I cut up because I haven't gotten that far yet. In fact, I started cutting some tonight. I just haven't had a container for them yet. So I think it's best that I get one just like this, and that way I can take them both out at the same time if I need to. Like if I have flowers, I'll be able to use, you know, pull out this one and then also the little container that holds all my cut up pieces from digitals. And that'll be the smartest way to go, in my opinion. So these are all my mushrooms. Again, the stickers that I purchased, little vellum stickers, the ones with the white backgrounds, these are all mushrooms. And then since I only had a few, oh, all my little mushroom stamps are in here that I love so much. I love these little mushroom stamps. They're so cute. And then since these are all the little ferns I had, and they're stickers too, vellum stickers, I figured I would put them in this little bag and just slide them in here, you know. Because usually when I use mushroom stuff, I use ferns as well. They just go hand in hand to me. This one is my tiny ephemera. So all of the Tim Holtz tiny ephemera, which he has a line called Tiny Ephemera, it's all in here. I just put I had the liberty of putting them all in here. All these little tiny, tiny, tiny microscopic pieces. And just little tiny, tiny baby. Look at this little tiny baby. Oh gosh, I can't even pick it up. Where are my tweezers? Look at that. Isn't that just so tiny? Yeah, itty bitty. So all the little pieces, they all have a home. And some of these aren't super tiny, but that's where they ended up. I still consider these small, so I put them in there. And it's not any one, you know, it's just tiny ephemera. It doesn't, I did take out any of the flower things that I saw and put those in the flowers, but really it's just mixed and matched, and I'm okay with that. And what else, oh my gosh, Meg, get it together. You're also going to see some handmade stuff, so that's something I made and just cut out. And then these are all of my wallpaper cutouts that I used my punches on. So I took my punches, these look like my nature punches, and I did some leaves, and oh, it's just a big glare to you. I did some dragonflies and some leaves and some circles out of wallpaper, really pretty wallpaper that I had. And these are just little wallpaper cutouts, if you can see that I made myself. So, and butterflies, pretty pretties, all the most beautiful wallpaper, sparkly, some had floral on it. So I just put all of those in there, and I thought they would be perfectly great in here. So that's all the smalls. So we're going on to the other side now. Let me put these ones back if you don't mind. And we can get into the next one. There we go. 7 and 8. Okay, so the next few I'm pulling out. Oh, again, the Tim Holtz. You don't need to see that one again. That's the second one. And then this one looks like all of my... Let me move this out of frame here. This one is going to be... It looks like my travel ephemera. So I did pull all of these out again. I separated all the travel ephemera. It took me hours. I remember this last year I did this. All the travel ephemera. So if it has like a map on it, if it has a ticket stub or an airplane, or, you know, like a voyage, anything that resembles traveling, a postcard, anything like that, I took out of the other ephemeras that I had, and like the postal stuff, and I, you know, put it in its own thing, so that way it's easier for me to find if I'm looking for some travel ephemera. And it's not all Tim Holtz, mostly, but these are not Tim Holtz. I forget if these are Heidi Swapp, or I think these are Heidi Swapp, but don't mark my words, I could be wrong. So, yeah, I do have a lot of different ones. I really want to say these are Heidi Swapp, but, oh, I'm probably wrong. So, yep, that's just all of my, look at those. I love these tickets. Those are definitely Tim Holtz. And then some old stickers I found, so, yep, that's that. And then the next couple are going to be my stamps. So I do have a lot of stamps. These I got at the warehouse I talk about going to a lot. It's called the Scrap Box. And I got so much. Like this right here. Oops. Is not. This is definitely, you've probably seen this. It's off a sticker book, or a thing full of stickers. But it's a stamp, so I put in there. So these are my florals, my fruits, and a couple extras where I didn't know where to put them. I think this might be an accident, actually. Maybe. I don't know. I might have one. Okay, these are some old vintage stamps that I absolutely love. And I love working with these. These are from that warehouse I tell you about all the time. They look like European stamps. So I put them, all my European stamps are in here. Oh, that's United States. So they're just a you know, mix match. But these are all fruits, butterflies. I see some butterflies, fruits, flowers. Yep. So all of these are flowers, fruits, and a couple butterflies. And so I put those all in here. And then this little mixed piece, this mixed bag rather, I put that in there inside the bag. So, you know, it's still separated. And then these ones, I think it should have went in this one actually. So I'm going to move that out into this one. And this one is all of my vintage stamps that are, let's see. Okay, so we have butterflies again. I think that was in the wrong one. That goes in there. So we have birds. These are all of my bird stamps. Oh, maybe it's not. Okay, butterflies and birds. And yes, lots and lots of birdie stamps. And these are mostly all used, but they come in really handy. Just cut the edges off. And I like that they have the water marking on them, you know, the postal marking rather. So yep, just lots of bird stamps that were used that I got at the scrap place. And there's a couple of the butterfly stickers and bird sticker stamps. And then in these bags, these are all love stamps. So stamps that resemble love, like this has flowers on it, but it says love on it. So most of these stamps either have hearts or they say love because they were issued in February or whatever the case. So they all are love stamps in here. And then this one is the one that is supposed to go in here. So these are all of my vintage stamps, I think. And there's some that are like just USA, some that are European, and just a mix match of different stamps. All kinds of different little stamps in here. They're so interesting once you start going through them. Christmas, yeah, all kinds of different stuff. So same with this one. There's another little thing of stamps in here that I got and at the scrap place again. And yes, look at this one. This one's got Norman Rockwell. Very cool. I love that picture where he's painting himself. And Helen Keller. Just really interesting stamps. I love looking at them. Sometimes I'll just sit and look at them all. And then I know what I have. I did want to take these and put them individually, you know, so I can see. I think that's smart for the people who have time to do that, where they stick their stamps individually in the books and then they can look through them. One day my hope for my stamps would be get one of those little stamp collector's books and where you can slip each stamp into the slot and then I can just look at them all when I want to see what I have. But for now I don't have anything like that and I just don't, I mean look at all these stamps. I mean this plus this one. Could you imagine taking all these out one by one and putting them in? No. Nope. Nope. Not this girl. Not this girl. So that's already 4, so we only have 4 more. And, oopsie. Get these out. Let's put these back. Thanks for waiting patiently. Just so I don't get, you know, mixed up here. This one doesn't want to close, okay. And then we have our last 4. Our last 4, oops, which are, oh, I'm dropping everything. Sorry about that, guys. So these ones I still have to cut up and put them in with, I don't know where I'm going to put these ones yet, but these are another thing that I got at the scrap box. Rebecca Sewer Designs. This is Sicko. Wow, these are old, but they're awesome. So I got these at the scrap place, if anybody remembers that designer. So yeah, they're just all posts and stuff. So I need to, you know, cut into here and put those into my stamps. And then these are all my faith-based ephemeras, like for Bible journaling and stuff. And they don't all say faith things on them, but they came in a little thing that said faith-based. So, so I wanted to keep it like that. But it's a lot of flowers and stuff like that. So I'll probably put it in my florals. But, okay, this one is going to be one of the Tim Holtz, or a lot of the Tim Holtz mashed together. So this one I kept in here. This is all of my vellum Tim Holtz. So it's the Thrift Shop by Tim Holtz. So just all the vellum pieces of yumminess. So all of my vellum is in there of Tim Holtz. And then these are just random Tim Holtz ephemeras that didn't go into any of the other ones. So I know I did have them all separated and I merged a lot together. So there was like teacher, because there was a lot of report cards and stuff, and I had like typewriter stuff, you know, but I just mashed them together because it was just a little much. A lot of little cards and stuff. So all my Tim Holtz ephemeras in here, all the rest of it that didn't make it into the other ones. Typewriter, just cool stuff. And then there's a bigger piece that fit in here. And that's that. So that wraps it up, I think, for the Tim Holtz. Anyways, I might be wrong. And actually, I don't know if this one's going to fit. And I have another place for my bigger Tim Holtz ephemera, so I'm going to put that there. And that's coming up. So I hope this isn't super boring for you guys. But somebody did ask me if they could see all of my stuff, so this is part of it. Okay, so these are game pieces. So my bingo cards are in here, just game cards. And yeah, these are just from games that I don't play with. They're just game card pieces that we can alter and make little ATC cards or whatever. And then these are, my friend got my son all sorts of new Dr. Seuss cards, so I took all the old ones. And yeah, so just little flashcards and these little, this game I used to love to play with my kids. And yeah, just so fun. Bingo cards and stuff. So that's another game piece one. It was filled up, so I had to make a couple. And then we are on to another Tim Holtz one, it looks like. Oh, this is kind of just a little bit of this, a little bit of that. So these probably actually should go into, it's an alteration. So yeah, I think I just shoved these in at the last minute. What this one is, these are some things that I need to go through actually. I'm not done with this. So this is cut up from a digital. This is very random. So this is one that's still being worked on. I forgot to tell you, it was supposed to be put aside. Like this is going to go into my Tim Holtz, this airmail and this alteration, which I'll keep that out. But these are from I'm a Cool Mom. So this is a digital that I cut out. So I'm going to, you know, save this. This is something I cut out. So I'm going to save these for, you know, when I make my cutout book. And then here's some more stuff I cut out and coffee dyed from a sewing book I had, and so on and so forth. This will go into my Tim Holtz. It's just a little music page, some tickets, more, this is, you know, some old ephemera from seam binding, probably 70s. And then just some odds and ends, basically. So I need to go through these. A lot of stuff I cut out when I was making that preschool journal. So this is one I actually need to go through and do some more separating. And when I do my, you know, my cutout book, or my cutout ephemera, I'll do that. These are just some, ooh, my hair got caught on the stand. I'm so sorry. And last but not least, these are my little labels. Aren't these adorable? They're shiny. Bigger labels, little labels. Those are cute. And then these are, I didn't know where to put these, so I put them with the labels. They're not labels at all, but they're like really cool. Little cutouts of some, you know, writing and stuff, if you can see that. I don't know. Let's see. There we go. Yeah, they're really cool, and you could cut the white part off. That's what I do. And they're really cool to use in collage. Really great. I love these. I think I got this at, is it Wawa Stationery? I think that's what it is. I love that place. Very cool. These are the best. Okay, so I set them in here, but they probably won't live here forever. But they're very good for collage. And then these are just some, you know, stuff that was in, I don't know, labels. So I do have some, these are Tracy Fox labels that I have cut out right here, and I do have a ton more printed off that I need to go through and cut out, and those will go in here. And then these are some more I bought from the stationery place, like vintage type labels. And it would be nice, to, again, to put these in a book where I don't have to sift through them like this, but that's not going to kill me. There's not that many, so it'll be fine. So I do have some more cutting out to do, and, you know, some more things to figure out. It's not all 100% yet, but I did get a lot done, I felt like, going through that bin. And then to wrap that part up, I will show you. Oh, you know what? Let's go ahead and put these in here. There we go. And to wrap that part up, eventually, we will go through what I have left, and that is this. Now this is the old bin that I used, and I just had everything in the, if you can see it all, I just had everything not in these blue things. It was just in here in plastic bags, just like this. So these are more that I need to go through right here. You know, I have these really awesome, these are random vintage, like book pages and stuff. And I love them. They're so cool. And I have a few packs of these. These ones are like travel and maps, it says. I wrote on that. I haven't even used any out of here, but aren't they so cool, little cutouts? So I have a few packs of those that I need to go through. Yeah, just some stuff that I have not gone through yet. Look at this, I saved. We save everything, don't we? Can you even see that? Isn't that cute? And then I put, like, I have these little tea plates that I use little teacups on to make ephemera. And then I didn't know what to do with all the stuff yet, but I will. Like, these are my little, I need to cut these out. This was off of a Tim Holtz paper of all the little, you know, what the heck are those called? License plates, jeez. And then I have some of these. These are, I got from the, from Target in the teacher section at the beginning of the year. So they're just like big cutouts of things, big ephemera. And I've used them in my preschool book that I made, my little kindergarten book, I think it was. My hexagons, which I'm going to show you, I brought this up before. I made a piece of ephemera using 2 hexagon squares from the sewing department, and it makes a really cool peekaboo thing. So I want to show you guys how to make that really soon. Probably keep that out because I want to do that. And then this is what I showed you this. I got these vellum background papers. They're so beautiful in some mail. So from Etsy rather, and so I haven't had a place for them yet. So basically this is just all my other tickets and my maps that I got from the scrap place, you know, in case I want to do some maps. Little books like this of ephemera that I haven't cut into yet. And I did put some of my homemade ephemera in here that I haven't used. So like this I made and never used it, which is kind of been in here and got all messed up, but yeah, it's just a piece of ephemera I made. Isn't that pretty? I really love this one. I was going to put it in my sewing themed book, but I already used one of them. I made another one. Isn't that just so darling? I love it. So yeah, lots of inks in the background. Alcohol inks are so pretty. Or not alcohol inks, oxides. Yeah, so that's just a little piece that I made. Well, it's actually kind of big. So pretty. I love using my inks. I love Tim Holtz. Okay, and this is a wallpaper, just a wallpaper envelope that I made. I haven't sealed it yet. And then, so this one is all of, so far, my handmade ephemera that I haven't used yet, or cutouts from different, different digitals. Oh, gosh. Yes, so this is from Mrs. Coggs, and yeah, I don't know where all these are from, but this is like a little book page piece that I made, so it's kind of cute. I think it got stuck by accident. No, I guess, did I glue that? I don't know, maybe it was a mess up and that's why I put it in here. Oh, no. So this part goes over the paper, like this. Goes over the page, rather, like this, if you can see that. It sits over your paper like that, and then it's like a floating pocket. Isn't that cute? And it's like yellow and pretty. So that's just some stuff that I've made. And then these are the mushroom ones that I showed you recently. I have this really cute little book page wallet thing. Or, gosh, not book page. This is a wallpaper wallet that I made and put a snap in it and sewed around it. It turned out really cute. And then I just put this snap on it. It's pretty legit. It's like a magnet snap. So that can go into something. I was testing it out, see if I could do it. And then just some stuff I've kept in here for a long time that I thought might make some cute ephemera one day. And, you know, stuff I've made. I showed you that one the other day. And some more book page things. I think this is like one of the first pieces of ephemera I ever made, maybe. It's cute. Just being silly. I never used it. And this is a little piece I made and never used. That's a real New Zealand stamp. And just did some of Tim Holtz stuff on there. Yeah. This one's really cool. I really love this one. I made this one last year. Is that stuck in there? I don't know what happened here. It's been sitting for over a year, so it's kind of messed up a little bit, I think. I think that came undone. It was sewn in there, but it's a little ephemera piece that I did some stitching on. Some mushrooms. Yes, I love it. So cute. And it's also got inking and stuff in the back, so I love that one. And then this one I also really love. This is out of a paper bag, like a gift bag. And I used Tim Holtz paper on it, and I inked it all up with alcohol inks, browns and greens. Really nice, aged it up, and it's been sitting for over a year now. So it's kind of got that good feeling towards it, good feeling to it, you know. But yeah, it's really cute. It's even got some, you know, place to keep your notes and stuff. I was gonna put it in one of the things I made, but I never did. One of the junk journals. And then just some more stuff. Oh, these are cool. These are some pictures I found at the scrap place. Some like real pictures. So there's the Leaning Tower. Very cool. Aren't those beautiful? Love that. I'm like, who threw out their pictures? And then I was messing around with some inks and stuff and texture paste, and so I kept all those in here. I have a whole booklet of beautiful women. What is it called? I mean, they're obviously Hollywood women, but it's not a specific time, but they're all models or beautiful women or whatever, so I just love these, and that's one of my favorite ones. And then these are all of my, oh, this is a book page pocket that never made it into anything. And then these are all of just my things that I played with my inks. I love this one, it's really pretty actually. Just some note cards that I made with embossing, and I really love this one. I did lots of different colors. This is just distress, inks, oxides, and stamps. So I did that. It's got like a shimmery on top. I don't know if you could see it. And then we did this one, embossed it, tried out different inks. That one didn't come out super great. It's probably why I never used it, but it's very dingy and pretty. This is cool. I tried out some texture paste through a weird stencil. I really liked this one too. Very different. I loved this one. It's probably one of my favorites. Oh, isn't that just yummy and grungy? It really matches that abandoned paper pack from Tim Holtz. It really makes me think of that abandoned paper pack. And then this one, I'm probably going to use this because I really like this one. Just the different colors, and I took some of it off, you know, scratched it off, and there's all kinds of different stencils on here, you know, really cool. Lots of different, stamps, not stencils, lots of different stamps. I'm sorry I'm losing my words, you guys, it's just, that's a real postcard. Yeah, very cool. So that's what's in there. And then of course I have my my papers that we did the video on, which I got so many different kinds of comments for that video, I must say. These are the faux handmade paper I did a video on, and it was doing the tutorial from Treasure Books, which I thought it came out great. It wasn't perfect like hers, but I really loved how they turned out great to me, in my opinion. I had a couple somebody messaged me directly, and then I had another couple of comments that I was like, okay, like, calm down, people, because they're like, oh, you're making it harder, and I'm sure it wasn't trying to be nasty, but I did get some that were like, you're making this way harder than it needs to be, and you need to calm down and all this stuff. And so I rewatched the video, and I thought, wow, I couldn't have been more calm than I was in that video. So I really don't know how I was making it harder than it needed to be, because I followed the directions exactly how they were laid out, and all it is putting glue down, which I know makes the paper wet, and sprinkling stuff on top. It was not hard. You should try it. But the only problem I did have a little bit with is laying down my napkin on top of the paper. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, go revisit this video if you want. It's called faux paper, faux handmade paper. You know, following another Treasure Books tutorial is what it's called. So the only problem I had was layering the top layer of the napkin on top. Now, when you lay down the 3D pieces, like I used some sticks and some of the stuff that came out of my tea bag, they're really 3D, and it was cutting through some of the layers, no matter how soft I put it on. Some of the layers of the napkin, and that was the only problem I had. It didn't, you know, the napkin didn't lay down all the way in some parts, but other than that, I think they came out great. Like right there, the napkin didn't lay down all the way, but that's okay with me. The rest of it, I think, came out really pretty, and then, I mean, I was fine with it. I probably won't do it for a little while, but, because I made enough. This is not all that I have. I have another bag full, and, but see, when I cut them up, I liked them a lot more, and what I even did was, with this one is like I took some pieces and cut random shapes and did my tiny stapler, and I think that will look really cool on something, you know? Even if I'm doing a mixed media canvas and I put this on it, I think that would be cool. Just like starting up some layers, you know? And even if you painted over this, you would get all that lovely texture. So I might even put this in my assemblage art or a mixed media canvas. I think painting over it would give all that nice texture that you see in here. So I love it. You can use it for so many different things, a background and whatever. So yeah. And I hope I didn't offend anybody by saying that. I'm sure it was all in good heart, and I'm not upset or anything about the comments. I just was like, wow, so many people have opinions. But that's what we're here for. Everybody's okay to have opinion. Okay, so this right here is just me being a hoarder, but I swear I'm going to use them. So when I went through all my, you know, all of my laces and stuff, I kept some, and this isn't even close to all of them that I had that I took off. I kept some of these circles that were thick and not bended or anything, and for my trims, and I just feel like I can use it for something, whether it's like, again, layers, for a background. I think I'm going to use them for my assemblage art, like taking some of these, and I also kept the spools too, not all of them, but some of them, and I think I'm going to use them in my assemblage art. So like layering these up and then painting over them will give a really nice texture. So I saved these ones and just filled it up till my little heart was content. And then that's it. Oh, you know, I also have these things in here because I haven't found a home for all these, but these are all my little Kodak pictures. I have quite a bit of those. And just little odds and ends, you know. These are my Jane Davenport stickers. I love these things. So we got through it. So that's what I have left. And then, of course, the cutting out of different pieces. So I also have big pieces of Tim Holtz that didn't fit into anything in here. So that's my ephemera so far. And is there anything else I wanted to show you guys that has to do with ephemera? Yeah, let me show you right here. So I started going through my magazines. This will wrap it up, you guys. Hopefully it's not getting boring. I started going through my magazines and just taking out my vintage magazines. I have a lot of those Ideal magazines. I love them so much. And I just started cutting out different things that are cute, and also my old calendars. So these are from old calendars. They're not vintage, but they're just like, I have all the PETA calendars and all the, you know, Save the Animal calendars and stuff. So I cut out all of these so far. I have not even done cutting them, of just little cool animal clippings that I know I'll be able to use in ephemera. And these are just some of the cutie ones, little cute animals. Cute, cute, cute. Love my animals. So I got lots of beautiful animal images. Say that 3 times fast. I can't wait to use that one and that one. So cute. And then like this one, I don't know if I'm going to be able to use something this big, but it's just so darn cute. I love you, bear. So these are from my Ideals books, and I've showed you in what to do with old book pages before, what we can do with these things. So also Treasure Books has really great ideas for this too, so I recommend her channel. And Pam at the Paper Outpost has a ton of ideas for book pages, so if you need ideas for images, go to their, you know, theirs too. But I also have one on it, so look at mine. Go watch their videos or my video on book page images. So look at these. These are just beautiful. You can tell what I was looking for. I was looking for anything nature themed during this little, and I haven't cut them out to my liking yet. I just basically ripped the pages out, and that's as far as I got. And so I'm not going to go through all of these, but just look how gorgeous. Isn't that just gorgeous? So I went through as many as I could that, you know, meant something to me. And I already see some things when I'm going through and looking at them, what I want to do to make them just beautiful pieces of art. Look at that. Ah, I just can't wait to make these pieces of ephemera. It's going to be so fun. Look at that. Just taking even just a square. Oh, it's going to be beautiful. That's one of the Easter issues from the 73, I think. 1973. And the back is just so beautiful. Look at that. This is one of the oldest books I have. It's the 1951. And this is like the weirdest paper. I love it. It's textured. And that's actual painting. Isn't that beautiful? It's an actual painting and it's so textured. It's so different. It's not like a magazine page. It's different than anything I've ever felt. I absolutely love it. And then I did also cut out lots of beautiful poetry and things. Look at that. Oh, I love it. Beautiful poetry that I might want to use. Look at School in the Woods. Isn't that so cute? So cute. Just so many. Look at this painting is to die. This is from the 1951 edition. Look at that picture. That is a painting. Isn't it? It's so textured. Oh, I wish you could feel it. But it's absolutely stunning. I don't even want to cut into that, but it is beautiful. That's something you want to frame. It's so pretty. But, you know, this is mainly another reason I cut out. It's the other side of it. Well, actually, it's not. It's the... See, there's like 2 pages. So, isn't that beautiful? I'll definitely make good use of it. Another beautiful poem. Look at this beautiful picture. Another textured painting. I love that. And then there's another one. Gorgeous. And then I said I wasn't going through all of them, and here I am. Look at that one. Oh, beautiful. So yeah, I cannot wait to dig in here, figure out what I want to do with each one. Look at that. So beautiful. That poem can be cut out and used for ephemera, along with that beautiful image. So just so many great ideas I already have looking at these beautiful illustrations and paintings. The forest. Oh, I couldn't wait when I saw this poem. I definitely want to use that in my forest book. So I'm so excited. So yeah, as you can tell, all I've been cutting out lately are nature themes and animals. So yeah, so I haven't finished that. That's just something I kind of got into when I was sitting out in the living room with my husband, cutting out the book pages. So I hope that this inspired you to maybe dig into your ephemera and, you know, if you have ephemera and like start sorting it out, or maybe you weren't sure how you were gonna organize it. Again, there's a lot of other ways, and some might be even more practical and better, but this is the way I'm doing it, and I'm excited about it. It's gonna be great. So thank you so much for joining me. I hope you will join me in my next video. And also, if you have not hit that subscribe button, please go ahead and give that a hit. And tap on that bell button. I never talk about that, but I'd really love it if you did. It would help you know when my videos are coming out, especially since I'm not really on a schedule. A lot of people in the YouTube world will say that's a no-no. Your people need to know when you're going to video, but it's impossible for me at this point in my life. I just do it when I can, and I hope that you ring the bell so that you know when I do. I love you all so much. Thank you so much for supporting me, and I hope you have a blessed day. I will see you in my next video. Bye.